My name is Bob Gross, and I'm going to be talking about my step-grandfather, Dr. Erich Mayer. The Nazis came, the Gestapo, to his law office and demanded that he turn over all foreign money. And he wrote he didn't have any foreign money. He only had his money and his clients' money that were in accounts or in drawers. So he had to give them all that money. And they took his car, he had a Mercedes-Benz, a very nice car. The Nazis took that as well and stole it. While all this was going on, my grandmother, Ella, was going to the embassy. She was trying to get affidavits of support from people she knew in the United States, from relatives. She was able to do that. So they got a RISA pass. RISA pass is for him. This is Eric. What they were able to do, and they had to do it somewhat surreptitiously, the night before Kristallnacht, which, was, my mother puts it there like, it was their ironic good fortune to get out the night before. They took a train to Le Havre, France, and then a boat, a cruise ship called the Normandy, to the United States, and they arrived in the U.S. on November 24th, 1938, Thanksgiving Day. And after that, my grandmother always made a toast to the great America on Thanksgiving. But they worked very hard once they were in the United States in order to get relatives out. And they had some limited success. But Eric, he found out after the war, lost 5 of his siblings that perished in various camps. This is his law degree from the University of Vienna. This was one of the documents where he's making a claim for reparations afterwards, where he discusses the Gestapo coming to his law practice and stealing his money and his clients' money. Going through this box of documents I have, which I have donated to the Holocaust Museum, most of what's in it, I noticed that there was correspondence with a lawyer. And what really struck me was the letterhead. You can see the scales of justice, but the scales of justice has the Nazi swastika as its fulcrum. And in my step-grandfather's law office is this beautiful painting, which I happen to have in my law office now, which shows the scales of justice and shows a lawyer protecting a person from a mob scene with the scales of justice behind it. So it really struck me that how my step-grandfather and my biological grandfather were protecting people's rights, and while the Nazis were not only taking them away but brutally murdering people. And this symbol, it really is a perversion of justice on the scales of justice, because it represents tyranny and all things bad. So, with that in mind, the one impact on me is that this saga has had on me is not to take anything for granted and really try to appreciate everything that one has. Thank you.